Hello and welcome back to Warcraft Daily. So today I'm going to be covering just a few different things. First of all, we're going to talk about the channel and my plans for the next little while. And then there are some interesting things from the blues. We've got a bit of talk about Darker Nights and some new facial variation for character models. And then finally, Blizzard's plan to basically fix the beta version of the Warrior, which should be of interest to the Warriors. Anyway, first of all, time for channel plans. So, the biggest problem with the channel over the last 2 weeks, well, maybe more actually, really nearly last month, is that I've been stuck at home because, of course, I'm in between places. You know, the rent for one place has stopped, the rent for the new place starts in August, so I'm, back at home. And because of all that stuff, it's been an absolute bitch to work with, really. I've had to make these sort of smaller, pokey little videos that aren't really big in terms of their ambition and things like that. It's harder just to be able to work for 8 hours straight or do something like that. So now that all that's finished, I should be able to... I've got, by the way, just 2 weeks of being completely on my own, so I'll be able to just do a lot better in terms of that. I'm pretty pissed off at how the channel... I mean, this is totally not anyone's fault other than myself, but it's been really frustrating, how the channel's been doing for the last while, and now it's time to make a concerted effort to fix that. So tomorrow, I'm hoping to get the level 100 talent video out for every single class. Literally every class in one video. So that should be fun. I'm going to see what I can do about getting examples of gameplay and just various things like that, so it should be quite good. Anyway, the plan's to have that there for tomorrow. And I know that it may seem a little bit strange with me already having some of the classes done. Look, I just want to get those all out, finished, and done and dusted, because, just having all these little random talent videos appearing everywhere, it just kind of gets in people's nerves, and it's still stuff that I want to cover. So that'll all be done in one video. And as for the things after that, well, I'm just going to make sure to emphasize quality over quantity in terms of videos. Yeah, look, it's just been a really strange week for working the last while, and strange month, and I'm just glad it's over, and now I can, put some more effort into individual videos so that just, the channel can be doing better, because right now things have really not been going particularly well, and I want to fix that. Really just because I've got kind of high standards for myself, and I want to meet them, so hurrah for that. Okay, so let's move into the real news. Now, the first thing that happened is we got a really interesting blue post. This was from Mumper, and he said that they are currently working on Darker Nights in preparation for patch 6.0. So, he also said that we're going to find out about it sometime in the future, meaning, well, we really don't know anything, but eventually, in 6.0, they're going to be doing something to tackle the Darker Nights criticism. Now, Blizzard's defense of their current way of doing Nights has always been that they feel like they're trying to emphasize the playability of the world, i.e. not making it so dark that you can't see things. Now, of course, the main counter the players have to that is, well, that's all fine, but your world isn't immersive. A Dark Night can be really beautiful and it can really show off some zones. So this has been a little bit of an issue now. I think the best way to do it that doesn't compromise what anyone wants is to go full on with Dark Nights and then just put the normal nights or something like that in an option menu. You see, here's the thing. If they make Dark Nights that are a compromise, that aren't dark enough or aren't good enough, then it's just going to piss people off. The people who like the nights the way they are won't be happy, and the people who like Dark Nights won't be happy. Therefore, what they need to do is just make full-on Dark Nights that are really, really dark, and then just stick that in an option menu, so the players have the choice, and the Blizzard can cater to basically everyone. I don't think there are many people who want some sort of, hybrid between the current nights and dark ones. I think the people who want their Dark Nights really just do want Darker Nights. And yeah, that's the best way for Blizzard to do it without alienating anyone, so Blizzard, just make it happen, really. Your world has suffered from the lack of properly Dark Nights, in my opinion, so yeah, great to hear that they're doing that. Now, we also had a tweet from Chris Robertson, or Robinson even, who is the lead art director at Blizzard, or at least for World of Warcraft. Now, he said that they are aware of the criticism about the current alpha models, especially in regards to the facial customization. That's something that a lot of people have brought up in my videos. Now, what he said is that they are still looking into fixing up the various different combos, and of course right now the things in the alpha are actually not finished. Blizzard have flat out said that there is still in some cases work to be done. He said that they're going to be doing a pass of all the different facial animations, or not animations, the facial models, to try to essentially just ensure that the specific kind of lines and I don't know, standout thingies of some of the old faces are still there. Now, he did say that there was going to be an Warcraft post exactly on this topic. However, the tendon in his finger detached, and since he was the guy that was going to be doing the Warcraft post, that never really happened. So perhaps we'll get some sort of post on this in the future, but what he did say is that they are taking a look at it, which is nice to hear. Now, one reason why the older models perhaps look a little bit more, I would nearly say over-defined, is that back then they didn't really have many polygons to play around with. That means that if you're adding one facial feature, it's going to have far more of an impact. When more polygons are added, the face is going to look, in a way, a bit smoother, right? That's going to smooth out some of those crazy details in the old models. It's going to mean that we don't have the crazy human faces or the dwarves that look like they're on cocaine, you know, because obviously those faces are smoothed out. They can hopefully still show and display the same emotion, just that it will be more smooth and, I suppose, I don't want to say realistic, but I guess convincing is probably the right word, because the new models are anything but realistic. They are still stylized. So right now, it's really just some teething problems with getting used to doing things at a higher polygon count, and it's going to be a mixture of Blizzard doing their bit and then players just getting used to it, I think. But overall, it's absolutely, in my opinion, the right decision for the game. You know, we can't go on with these crappy old models, and if you really hate the new model, you can just turn, like, new models off in the options menu. So really, there's no downside here. It really isn't. Right, now let's talk about warriors. I don't want to go over the full changes. I'll basically just throw a screenshot in here. But essentially what's going to happen is Arms has got Rend back, and Arms is getting faster rage regeneration than what it currently has. That means that Arms should be really quite a bit more fun, if I'm honest. And also Thunderclap is going to be usable in any stance, which will change things up, just that it's going to be free for protection. That's nice. They're also basically, well, they're seemingly gutting the talent here that has all of your shouts. I've got no idea where those shouts are going, but it's being replaced with a whole bunch of useful combat-oriented talents. You'll see them there on the screen, but overall, I think these are really nice changes. They should help with warriors. There is certainly a lot of testing to be done even with this change, and I just can't wait until they push it into the alpha so I can try it out on my warrior. Anyway, that's basically it for today's Warcraft Daily. Sorry that's a bit of a short episode, but as I said, I'm just going to make this so that I can tell people what's going on with the channel, and hopefully tonight I'll just be able to fully work on things. I was planning on streaming. I might just push that stream back until perhaps tomorrow night or the night after, so that I can just get some work done on this level 100 talent video. And of course, if that video does appear tomorrow, I'd really appreciate your support on it, because it's probably going to take me until like 5 AM this morning. By the way, it's 5 PM now, so it's going to be a very long work day, but yeah, support would be awesome on that one. Anyway, that's basically it for this video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.